Hi, welcome to my observational drawing strategies video. I'm just going to share with you 4 very simple techniques that will help get you started in observing a subject and translating it into a drawing. The first thing that every artist should practice is refining lines. You never want to settle on the first line that you lay down on the paper. Refining lines are sketched over and over until you have the one you are satisfied with and that most accurately represents what you are looking at. I do all of my planning and preliminary sketching first with a 6H pencil. This creates very light marks. Once I identify the marks that seem to best represent my subject, I will then take a darker pencil and outline the contours before erasing the lines that don't belong there. Refining lines can be applied to any type of drawing. It is a great technique to get in the habit of using. This way, you never have to deal with the frustrations of erasing and starting all over again. Simply erase the lines that don't belong and leave the ones that do. In order to get everything in the right place on the paper, you want to use your pencil as a measuring tool to compare the sizes, shapes, and angles of the objects you are observing. To do this, it will help to close one eye. Align the tip of your pencil to one part of one of the objects you are drawing. Then use your thumb to align with another part of the object you are measuring. Now go ahead and find something else in your still life that is comparable to this size. It can be the height or width of another object, or it could even be the space between the subjects that you're looking at in your still life. You will use this technique to plan out where each object will be drawn on your paper and also to determine the size that each should be drawn. Some important things to keep in mind. First of all, hold your arms straight out without ever bending your elbow so that you can be sure that when you move to measure another object, the perspective is not skewed. Also, keep your pencil on a flat, two-dimensional plane. Don't move it into the depth of space, as this cannot be represented on a two-dimensional area. This next tip will take a little practice, but once you get the idea, it will greatly increase your observational drawing ability. This drawing strategy is called drawing blind. This means you are looking at your subject more than you're drawing. I know, this sounds crazy, right? But I assure you that this will help to take the guesswork away and your drawings will in fact be much more accurate. Drawing blind doesn't mean don't look at your drawing at all, although that can be a great practice to get you in the hang of this technique. When drawing blind, the general rule is to keep your eye on the subject 70% of the time, which means you are glancing down at your drawing only 30% of the time. This is just to make sure you are still drawing in the correct area and to the correct size. This technique will take some practice and a lot of patience, but in time you will see great improvements in your drawing by using this strategy. The last technique that I want to share with you involves observing the negative space just as much as the positive shapes that are in your subject or still life. You really want to try and translate these shapes as accurately as you can. You can even use that measuring technique with your pencil to measure the negative space as well. Just look at these as shapes and try and translate them the best that you can for the greatest amount of accuracy. I hope you find these tips helpful in exploring the world of observational drawing. Remember, it just takes practice and eventually you will see amazing results.